next guest is the creator of the legendary TV series The Simpsons, and of course, the highly anticipated The Simpsons movie opens July 27th. Please welcome Matt Groening.
Good, how are you?
I'm doing very well.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. This is weird for anyone who's not aware. I think a lot of people know, but I used to be a writer on The Simpsons years and years ago. And
you were
actually,
very little.
I was tiny.
Grown. Yes.
I was 11 when I worked for you guys.
You were Bart's best friend.
I was his breast friend. And then back in, it was 1993, it was April of 93, I was actually at a Simpsons recording room. I was eating a sandwich, the phone rings, I pick it up, and I found out that I was getting the job hosting this late-night show. And I walked out of the room, and so I've always had...
We saved the sandwich.
You saved the sandwich.
It was
good.
a half-eaten sandwich.
Yes, yeah.
And we all looked on it with great envy.
Yeah. But you guys have, of course, gone on to...
We cheered you on. We were very, very happy for you for the first week.
Right.
And then... everybody else wanted their own talk show. So.
Then the bitterness set in.
The bitterness, yes.
Well, of course, you guys, it's hard to believe it's 18 years now, the show's...
18 cartoon years.
That's incredible. How many episodes is it now?
That's more than 400.
400 episodes.
400 episodes.
That's
one for every day of the year, as Homer would say.
Without thinking about it too much. Does it ever... The show, my experience has been that I go around the world just bringing toys to children every day, year at Christmas. And whenever I travel the world and people, they'll know me, okay, we know you do some show late at night, but they all know my association with The Simpsons. And it's amazing. It doesn't matter where I go in the world, people are excited about that show. And so many of the catchphrases from the show are in the vernacular worldwide. Are you stunned by that?
Like dough.
Yeah,
right?
when Homer says dough, yeah.
Yes. Homer's dough, Dan Castellaneta as Homer.
Yeah.
But I was just in France, and I met the voice of French Homer.
Right.
Who is married, by the way, to the voice of French Marge. Very odd.
Right.
But anyway, and he introduced himself to me, Je suis Homer.
Right.
Toe. Toe.
He says toe?
Yeah. He heard it 18 years ago when he auditioned as Toe.
Who let him go ahead and do that? Because that's so... America knows it this one way, and it's so important that it's toe, you know, and you don't want to see this guy go like toe.
This French woman, French journalist there said, he does not know that it is dough, short for donut.
Right.
And that's wrong, too. They get it all wrong in France, but they love the show anyway.
Right. Those wacky French. What about the fact that I didn't know this when I worked there, and then I found out later on your dad's name,
My
Homer.
dad's name? You didn't know that? My dad's name is Homer.
Yeah, I didn't know that when I was working there. How did your dad feel about the fact that you named the dumbest person in the history of pop culture after your dad? How did he feel about that?
What a great joy and pride I feel at this moment, I tell you.
Yeah.
I named, Homer's a great name, right? It's a great name. We love this name. It's a very, and my dad was named after the poet Homer.
Sure, of course.
And so I wanted to drag it down into the mud.
Right.
And so, yeah, my father's name is Homer, and he actually loved the character. He loved Homer, except one time he called me up. He was very angry. It was an episode in which the car broke down out in the desert, and Homer made Marge carry the flat tire back to town while he sat in the shade.
Right.
And my dad said, you should not have done that. Homer should not have been so unkind to Marge. And I said, Dad, Homer chokes his own kid. He said, that's okay. That's fine.
A kid needs a good choking every now and then. You named your son Homer.
Yes.
Now, is your son excited about that?
Oh, I just heard an O.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
I heard a toe. Clearly the French are here.
Yeah, you know, I thought... My son was born at about the time The Simpsons began, and I thought, okay, I'll even things out. I named this dumb cartoon character after my dad. I'll make it up to him by naming my firstborn after my dad.
Right.
And it was really good for a while, but then The Simpsons became big, and I would be wheeling my kid down the sidewalk in his stroller, and people would say, "Oh, what's his name?" And I'd say Homer, and they go, "Oh, Homer! Oh, what a kidder!"
Yeah.
And then they'd realize his name really was Homer, and their laugh of joy would have to be, "Oh, he's so cute."
To save the whole situation.
Now, my son does not go by the name Homer anymore.
Right.
Or by the name Groening, for that matter. So
completely distances himself from you. When I was there, one of the things that stunned me is, and I still find it remarkable, was wherever I go, almost more than the television show is the merchandise. You see it everywhere. You can't escape Simpsons merchandise. How do you feel about that? You know, wherever you go, whatever home you go into a store, it's everywhere.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And your accountant loves it.
No, it's really fun because there's so much of it, whether it's authorized or unauthorized, and people send me the unauthorized stuff, and I collect
remember.
it. Yes.
What I remember, one of my clearest memories of working there was you would come in every now and then, and you had like people out looking throughout the world to just find the odd unauthorized bootleg merchandise.
Right.
You would bring this stuff into the office. It was the most horrific looking stuff. It was always made, you know, in some alley somewhere by someone who didn't know what they were doing, and it was really horrifying.
Yes, often it was, and it was also very fragile too. I had a whole shelf full of Bart Sanchez figurines from Tijuana.
Bart Sanchez?
Yes, with a little sombrero from Tijuana. I had a whole row of them. Earthquake, they're all gone.
Right,
they're all gone. They're collectibles.
Now they are, yeah.
Yes.
You brought in a Bart once that someone had found it like in the Philippines or something. It was carved out of wood. This person, you know, it looked nothing like Bart, you know?
Yes.
It was like a Bart with like a weird swollen head, and then they had painted it with shoe polish. And you brought it in one day, and all of us were like, please get rid of that. It's disturbing. But you seem to take a perverse joy in finding these things.
I love it. It's great. We hire some of those people to work on the show. So it's great.
Yeah, I've noticed the characters are looking weirder and weirder. Well, I got to have a great experience, which is I went and saw the Simpsons movie. I was
one of the first.
Day before yesterday. I saw it in a screening room. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and one of the things I like so much about it is that there was a period of time after I worked at the show where I would see The Simpsons, and all I could think about was being in the room with the other writers and thinking about what went into making it. Now enough time has gone by that I just watch it as a fan. I watch it the way anyone else would, and it's fantastic. It's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
David Silverman, who directed the movie, did a great job of taking the show and expanding it to this great widescreen format with much more ambitious animation. We put a lot of work into the story. It's really fun. It's different from the show.
Yeah, well, we have a clip here. I don't know exactly which clip you brought.
I think this is one where Homer reveals a more sensitive side to his nature. This is his relationship with animals, I believe.
Okay. His relationship with animals. Let's take a look at this clip from the Simpsons movie.
Run! 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 Jump! Jump! And rest! Rest! Run! Run! Now, I know we've had a rough day, but I'm sure we can put all that behind us and that's my whipping arm! Oh, why does everything I whip leave me?
A lot of great lines. Really, it came out great. The Simpsons movie. How does it feel to you to finally see it as a movie? I mean, after all these years, after 18 years, how does it feel to you to see it in a giant widescreen?
The joke for 18 years has been, when's the movie coming out? We all say next Friday. And finally, we're not lying.
Right.
It really is coming out.
It really is here.
We finished it.
It does not disappoint. The Simpsons movie opens next Friday. Go and see it. Matt Groening, thanks so much for doing it. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
We'll take a break. When we come back, Fountains of Wayne. Stick around.